Good evening, Al. It's good to see you again. How have you been?
Good.
Good. It's lovely to see you. So tonight, I think we're just going to get started by asking a few questions. I have a small questionnaire we'll complete, and that'll help me assess what we'll do for the evening. But I do have a general idea, but I would like to get started with a sage energy cleanse just to remove anything you might have brought in from the day and the outside. And then I would like to light a candle,
Okay.
just for warmth and a positive environment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. And we'll just put that there. Just creates a nice warm glow. And the crackling sound is quite nice. And for a sage, as always, I'm just going to have you start out by putting your feet flat onto the floor. Back up straight. And we're going to take some nice, long, cleansing breaths. We're going to breathe in for 3, and then we're going to exhale for 3, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And let's begin. Very good. As we inhale, we're going to have a warm light with a soft glow to it. Just wash through it. And it's going to push out all the darkness, any negativity that's sticking to you. That warmth, the beautiful warm light is going to push it out on the exhale. Excellent, Al. And again. Very good. And again. Very good. And last time. We'll do one more time. And on the exhale, really. So good. Wonderful, Al. Okay. So just move this out of our way for now. Excellent. Okay. So we're going to start out with your questionnaire. And is there anything that's changed in recent weeks that I should know about, that you're struggling with, or you're having any special concerns about, or positive breakthroughs, anything?
Mm-hmm. No, I've been good.
Good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the questionnaire is question number 1. We're going to start out with, I am struggling most with A, shyness, B, self-confidence, C, positivity in my daily life, or D, fulfillment.
Fulfillment.
Fulfillment, okay. Okay. I would like to work on A, expressing my emotions in a clear and healthy way, B, seeing myself as a worthwhile individual, C, looking at life in a more positive light, D, feeling or accomplishing my dreams.
Feeling or accomplishing my dreams.
Okay. And that's a very common thing to struggle with. I think we all go through that at some point. So I really appreciate your honesty and your candor. Next question. I feel least comfortable. A, in a crowd. B, in a leadership role. C, during sad or uncomfortable moments. D, a situation I am unable to control.
Crowd.
Crowd? Okay. I am hopeful about the future. And this is a different set of questions. You're going to answer agree, strongly disagree, or agree, strongly agree, neutral, disagree, or strongly disagree. Okay. And I will reiterate each time during the question so you don't have to memorize those. Okay?
Okay.
I am hopeful about the future. Strongly agree, agree, neutral, disagree, or strongly disagree.
Agree.
Agree? I have clear and concise goals. A, agree, strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree, neutral.
Is it goals?
Yeah. I have
A.
clear and concise goals. Agree? Okay. I am a born leader. Agree, strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree, or neutral.
Agree.
Agree? Okay. I can easily empathize with others. Agree, strongly agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree.
Strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Each day is a new opportunity. Agree, strongly agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree.
Neutral.
Neutral? Okay. I have a hard time relaxing. Agree, strongly agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree.
Agree.
Agree? Okay. And by relaxing, are you having trouble sleeping? You said your sleep was better now, but you just mean de-stressing, correct? Okay,
Yeah.
so. Okay. I have a clear creative outlet. Agree, strongly agree, neutral, strongly disagree, disagree.
B. Strongly agree.
Okay. Okay. I wind down or focus most when I am A, writing, B, drawing, C, listening to music, D, indulging in vices, or E, others.
Music.
Music? All right. So I'm just going to go over some of these questions really fast and ask a couple of clarifying questions so we can better assess what we need to do. So, do you have a go-to method of relaxation? Is there something you do to relax? I know listening to music, but when you're in a situation where you're having a hard time relaxing or bringing your body back down from a high stress situation, is there something that you know you can do, aside from obviously listening to music, that would help you de-stress in that moment?
Meditate.
Meditate? Okay. So, and meditation. Okay. So, are you familiar with any cool down techniques like tapping or acupressure points that you can touch in that moment to relieve stress?
Kind of.
Kind of? Okay, so we'll clarify. Okay. So, Okay. 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 And so for your discomfort in a crowd, is there something you would know how to do to calm yourself in said situation, or not really?
Mm, not really.
And while you're in the crowd, do you feel panic? Do you feel
Overwhelmed.
overwhelmed?
Mm.
Okay. All right. All right. It's definitely understandable. And is this the struggle with crowds? Is that when you're at like a personal party where you're expected to socialize with more than one person? Or is it when you're at like a fair or a carnival?
Yeah.
Fair carnival? Okay. Okay. Neutral. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we're struggling with some fulfillment. Do you have, but you do say you have clear and concise goals and aspirations for your future. Do you have any plan on how to accomplish those goals? Or are you
Yeah.
feeling a little bit lost?
Yeah.
You have plans, or you're feeling a little bit lost?
Mm-hmm.
Plans. Okay. And what is keeping you from accomplishing those goals? Or are you unsure?
Unsure.
Unsure.
Time, probably.
Time. Oh, that is unfortunately so common. So common.
Resources, too.
Resources, definitely. Okay. Okay. All right, Al. So, first thing I'm going to do for you today is I'm just going to teach you some quick techniques to help you struggling with anxiety, to help your struggles with anxiety and your problems relaxing in a specific moment. The fact that you're no longer having issues getting to sleep is saying that you aren't struggling with overwhelming anxiety during the day that's like preventing you from sleeping into the night, but you are struggling with coming down in moments of anxiety. So what we're going to do is put our hands out like this, and you can do this wherever you are, but when you're struggling with anxiety, a really great way to deal with it in a moment where you can't do anything crazy looking in front of people and you don't want to draw too much attention to yourself is actually your middle finger is in charge of anger. So this pressure point right here on your finger is something that you can access at any time. And it helps to just give it a quick activation by squeezing on the side right there. So when you're feeling a struggle or a wave of emotions that happen to be based in rage or anger come upon you, you're going to just engage the middle finger by squeezing on either side of the bone and just getting that little bit of muscle tissue or, whatever it is right down there. Just that meat right there. You're going to give it a quick squeeze like that. You feel that? Okay, and you can do that as many times as you need. But it's a good reminder to check your blood pressure, to take a breath, and then it's just a pressure point that relieves that anger in that moment, okay? Okay, so for anxiety, when we're in a big crowd and we don't really know what to do and we're feeling overwhelmed, the same reason why children suck their thumbs is this thumb right here, okay? I myself was a thumb sucker, so when I heard this, it really made sense to me. But when we're in a crowd and there's nothing we can do, you're gonna, just like with the middle finger, we're gonna give this thumb an activation squeeze, okay? So a nice long activation squeeze like this. You can do a pulsating one like that, or you can just hold your own thumb like this, okay? Give it a nice massage,
Yeah.
And you can really do that anywhere you are. And what it looks like on yourself, so I'm going to have you do this with me. Now just take your hand, wrap it around the thumb like this, as though it were your mouth, like just like a thumb sucker would. But we're going to use our hand, just like that. So that it doesn't look odd, it just looks like you're holding your own hands.
Yeah.
But you're able to calm yourself down. And that comforting hug almost give you a sense of relief and a sense of comfort. And same thing with these two fingers as well. You can do this. Some children suck these two fingers, and again, you just hold like this. Give it a nice hug. And just that constant pressure or that feeling of being hugged and comfort. You can do that anywhere and activate that at any point in time, and it really helps calm you down. Now, when we're at home, or if you don't mind doing this when you're around other people, another great technique to ground yourself in a moment of absolute chaos is tapping. So tapping is just the technique where you take your fingers, like I like to do these two right here, and you just go between the eyebrows, right where the third eye is located, right here, and you just kind of dance like that, right between your eyes. And then you can go all the way towards your temples, like this.
Yeah.
And back here. What's important with tapping is you want to find nice points right here. If you don't want to do the dancing, you just do like this. Okay? With whatever finger, it doesn't matter. So go ahead and try that with me. We're going to take our finger right here, and we're just going to tap the activation point of the third eye. That allows us to hone in on one area, and instead of focusing on everything around us, we're focused on what we're doing here. And that's just the most basic explanation, is we're distracting our brains from the world around us. But, some people would call it pseudoscience. It also activates the third eye. And that allows us to have just a lovely spiritual moment where we're in our own world and our own body, and we're opening up to something bigger than us, but at the same time not focusing on what's around us. And then same thing with like headache relief. If you feel tension headache coming on, just tapping here at the temple is very important. Or if you find yourself getting overwhelmed, once again, tapping at the temples. This is my preferred spot. But and then in moments of extreme stress, where you feel as though you can't come down, and you're doing everything else, a self-hug is really, really effective. As crazy as it sounds, doesn't look weird. We just grab our shoulders here, like this, and you squeeze at the shoulder, and you start squeezing all the way down the arm. kind of just looks like you're crossing your arms, right? But just the position where we're closing off our bodies, it's a safety position. So anytime you do that, you're immediately going to feel calmed and safe, which is why you see a lot of people like cry like this or whatever. But even if you're not crying, just doing this is very effective. So those are some techniques you can use in a crowd or anytime you're feeling overwhelmed or struggling to come back down from an overwhelming situation. And I will go ahead and write those down for you, but for now, that's what, that's just how to do those things, okay? Okay. So, lastly, our last technique is going to be called a sweeping technique. Now this I like to do when I feel like I'm taking on too much negativity. So this is when you feel like you're just overwhelmed with what's going on, but you might also be taking on a lot of negativity around you. So we just do this, okay? Very simple. And I've done this with massages for you as well, and I will be doing it tonight. But you're going to go ahead and just sweep your arm just like that. Lovely. Good job, Elle. And we just brush off what's being put upon us. And that's just such a relaxing feeling. You can do it with your hands too, just like that. Just any sort of sweeping motion or technique, just getting that negativity off of you, So that's a great technique for if you're taking on too much negativity of the people around you. Okay. Lastly, you are struggling with your plans and goals because you say you're prevented by time and resources. Now, this is also an important part of meditation. It doesn't always mean sitting and thinking like I've asked you, like you're doing once a week, or have you upped it at all to maybe twice a week? Or okay, cool. So meditation, that time can be more than just sitting, more than just peace or trying to achieve nirvana, which is like just the state of nothingness, trying to empty our minds. Meditation can be a point in time where you're doing something purely for you, some point in time where you're working or focused on you. So when I meditate, I like to create art in some form or another, like drawing or collaging, just doing something artistic or creative. You mentioned you like music. Before we've talked about you enjoying writing. If you can take those times, and instead of doing those kind of things for yourself, you can take that time to do something to move your goal and your life forward. Okay? And as far as time, I completely understand. But just taking at least 2 hours a week to do something just for you is really important. Outside of working out, outside of, just things that help you feel better. You want to take that time to do something that will further your goals. So consider that a part of your meditation, and perhaps when you're taking one of those hours here or there to meditate, you can do a meditation in the form of achieving your goals, taking little steps to get to where you want to be. Okay? And then resources. I wish there was something I could do about that, but I think we're all struggling with resources right now. I would suggest squirreling away money, little bits at a time. $10 here, $10 there at the end of each paycheck can make a huge difference, but it's still, I feel you on that, but it all adds up in the end. Okay? All right, now. So I am going to help you today by practicing some of these techniques that we just learned, but in a more extreme form. I'll be giving you massages. We'll be doing a little bit of acupressure on the hands. And then I'll just give you a quick face massage where we activate some points along your temples, along the front of the third eye, and we're going to be meditating as we do this, okay? And as we meditate for this evening, I'd like you, when I direct you to do so, to visualize you at the absolute height of your success. Visualize yourself achieving your goal, obtaining what you'd like to obtain, and what you will do when you get there, how you'll feel when you get there.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so let's get started. We're going to begin with the acupressure points. I am going to need my notes for that. So, just pop this over here. Alright. Okay, now. So I'm just going to pull up your sleeves for you if that's okay. Okay. Okay, another side. Very good. All right. Okay, so we're just going to grab some vitamin E oil. Just because I am noticing some dry spots on your skin, which is not the focus of the day, so that's absolutely fine. But we are going to pick a nice carrier oil. Lavender would be great for tonight. And let's see. I think that's good for now. Okay. As I'm sure you know by now, lavender is a scent for complete relaxation. I like to think of it as a grounding scent as well. It's also very restorative, so it has many benefits that I haven't been able to find in other scents. It just really calms people down, I've noticed. Even when people can't stand the smell of it, like my uncle, a few and far between, but it's relaxing. Benefits can't be denied. Okay. So, by doing this, I'm just activating all these pressure points in the center with the fingers. And I'm going to move to the thumb. Just start working the area around the base of the thumb. Just as I showed you before. We're just going to rub small circles on the inside of the thumb. And the middle finger as well. Just holding and releasing. Holding and releasing. Hold and release. Hold and release. Hold and release. And then palm up like this. Small circles on the inside of the palm. And pushing our way outwards towards the top of the hand. This is another great angle to access the thumb at. We just pinch right here, the hand. Another great way to access that thumb. And you just grab here and then fold the hand around the outside. Okay, so So that's how you would do it when you're by yourself, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lovely, good job. And hold, release, hold, and release. Okay. Alright. And for the sweeping, we're just going to pull out any of that negative energy. And just release it. Just brushing off what we're taking on from others. Very good. And we'll move on to the other arm. I'm going to actually start by sweeping here, because I do feel a little bit of weight on this side. Do me a favor and give me a strong very good, oh, very good. Very nice. Okay. There we go. Lovely, oh, thank you. Alright. And again, grab our vitamin E carrier oil. And some lavender. Okay. And we're just going to do the same thing as we did on the other hand, right on this hand. So I'm just going to begin by rubbing the thumb, holding, activating these pressure points. Small circles are always my favorite, as you know by now.
Mm.
And we're gonna just work the oil into your hands. You're welcome to close your eyes. Very good. Just relax. Just really move in to this calming moment. You're absolutely welcome. To completely shut down right now. We will definitely get to the visualizations in a minute here. But for now, just Focus on the holding, releasing, hold, and release. Hold, release. Hold, and release. Hold, and release. Very good now. And as you can see, these techniques and methods are so soothing, so relaxing, and they can really help you out in a situation where you're feeling out of control or unable to come down. These are some things you can do to bring yourself some relief. Wonderful, Al. So good. Okay. So, on to the next portion of our massage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to do some tapping to your face, okay?
Yeah.
Not too much. I don't want to boop you too hard here. But I am going to massage your third eye right here. I'm just going to reach out. There's no need to move. You're welcome to close your eyes. You're welcome to do your own things, snooze, whatever you need to do. But, well, I shouldn't say snooze, but this is the portion of our journey where I am going to have you focus in on your dreams, okay? So as I'm doing this, I'm just going to have you imagine what it's like to obtain your goal, where you're going to be, in how many years' time. But the important part about this session is to imagine what it's like to already be there, okay? I don't want you picturing your journey getting there. I don't want you to think of any of the stressors that you're going to face on your way. I want you to completely see what it's going to be like to get to the goal you have set for yourself, okay? All right, lovely. So, we're going to get started by just closing our eyes. Once again, I'm just going to throw some lavender on my hands. And just the smallest amount, the littlest drop of patchouli. Just to balance and ground. To bring us to a place where we can really root ourselves in reality. And allow us to see things for what they will be. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale. this journey that you're about to take, what you're about to see, is not a point of imagination. This is what you will obtain. This is what you will achieve. As you envision yourself, and however long from now, having accomplished whatever it is you set out to accomplish, I want to picture what your home looks like, what your day-to-day life looks like at this new point in your life. I want you to feel what it is that you feel here in this time. You have nothing left. That you've set out to work for. You are here in a point of total, complete, self-governed success. What is it that you feel? What are some of the benefits of having reached this goal? Of having made it to this place in life? What are some of the positive things that are happening now that in your previous life you didn't expect? Is this accomplishment everything you thought it would be? Or is it more? Or is it less? Do you feel safe in this new life? Now that we're here, I'd like you to imagine your new home. Are we living in the same place, or are we in a new environment? Your home now, what are some of the things that you have now that you've always wanted? Perhaps you have a garage with multiple cars. What do they look like? What color are those cars? What are some of the activities you're able to do now that you could have never imagined having time for before? How many hours a day are you working now? Or do you work daily? Do you even consider what you're doing work at all? Because it's something you've been desiring to do so long that it's just a passion. does the life of your loved ones look like now? Do you have more time with them? Or do you have less now? What are some of the things you're able to give the people in your life you love now that you weren't able to give to them before? Is it more time? More energy? Vacation? Material goods? You're looking back on your life. And you think, I've made it. You know you've made it. You've done everything to get to this point, and now you can exhale. This is your new life. This is everything you've ever wanted. In this place, do you live in the city? Are you living in the wilderness in a beautiful house? Where have you set your life up? How much time do you have to just play and be silly? How many pets do you have in this new life? What kind of friends are you surrounded by? Are they genuine? You are fully realized. Creation now. Product of your own hard work. And self-fulfillment. You want for nothing. Are you happier with the people around you now? Are you able to achieve calmness at the drop of a dime? This visualization is now a reality. And everything you do from this moment on is going to take you one step closer to living this life. You are not drifting farther away from this life. You're getting closer. With each and every day, you are closer to achieving this goal. There is nothing that can stand in your way now. You're now in a state of extreme relaxation. And this state of hypnosis is going to bring you to everything that you have ever wanted for your life. You will no longer live in fear of failure, of inadequacy, because you now know that you will achieve your heart's deepest desires. You will gain fulfillment. As others before you have tried, you will succeed. See that life that you've worked so hard for in front of your eyes. Visualize it completely. Examine your living room. Examine your property. Look at your goodies and your toys and your family, and they're smiling at you. I'd like you to go forward out. With this knowledge now, Al, that this will soon be your life. With the knowledge that every day brings you one step closer to living this life. Know that it won't be long. Know that you're capable. You have a clear path forward now that you see where it ends. You will not deviate from this path because it's where you're meant to be. There is no doubt that this is the life you deserve to lead. You are called for great things. You are special. There is nobody who can lead the life that you are destined to lead but you. You know what you were created to do. Now as you carry on and continue forward on your chosen path, go forth with the knowledge that this life you've seen is what you will obtain, not someday, but a day very soon. A day not unlike today. Each and every day is a new opportunity and a new step. A new step forward. You have so much forth and show it. Never question yourself. You know the right way. The answers are all up here. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. As we finish up our session now, go ahead and take a deep breath with me. And exhale. It's been such a pleasure to have you this evening. I am going to give you a copy of how to relieve those stressors, just those techniques we went over today. I'd like you to practice them throughout this week. And then once we meet back up, you can tell me how it worked for you and which one was your favorite. You have a lovely evening. And remember that all those things, everything we just discussed, is 100% factual. That world you envisioned is something you'll obtain very soon. Okay? All right. It was great to see you again, and you have a lovely evening. Bye.
Thank you.